Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, today we are going through IQRA book 2, page number 21. Okay, so we have already learned and practiced quite a lot of our mads, right? Mad Alif, it elongates the letter before to two harakat. Okay, so today we are going to learn the alternative to your Mad Alif. Okay, so I need to refer to page 21. When you look at the first row, letter H, 2 seconds, right? We have your H ribbon with your Mad Alif. Now this Mad Alif, it shows it's equal to H with just a tiny line. That is what you call Alif Soghir. Soghir means small in Arabic. So it's literally, you take your Mad Alif, you shrink it smaller. So it is still a Mad, still Mad Asliy, meaning still 2 harakat. The H 2 seconds on your right is the same as your H 2 seconds on the left. Alright? Okay. So now you know that Alif Soghir means 2 seconds, 2 harakat. Okay. Now let's move on to the left side. What we are going to learn is to differentiate these Hamzas. Okay. You see that the first one, that is Hamza with a Fathah. You don't say Hamza, you say A for 1 second. Alright, when it puts equal to Alif with a Hamza and a Fathah, that is also A. You don't say Alif. Okay, Alif with a Hamza and Fathah, that is A. Okay, then your far left, now you will see the Hamza followed by a Mad Alif. Now the previously A is 1 second. Okay, now when your Mad is beside your Hamza, that Mad makes your Hamza to be 2 seconds, 2 harakat. So it becomes see the difference? If Hamza is directly on top of your Alif, there is A. It's a letter. But when your Hamza, your Alif is on your left side, it becomes a Mad with no strokes. So it becomes 2 seconds to your Hamza. Alright, so now let's put it into practice. The second row, you'll see that now your A is 2 seconds, Hamza with a Mad. That Mad belongs to Hamza, so A is 2 seconds. Adam. Okay, again the same thing. Amana. You don't say A because your Alif doesn't have a stroke. Okay, there's no baris. Okay, now we are going to introduce your Alif Soghir. Waha. Can you see that the Ha has a Alif Soghir? So Ha 2 seconds, the has a Mad Alif. Mad Alif and your Alif Soghir is the same thing. It's just different way of writing. Okay, so it's still 2 seconds. Wahadha. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Alright, then we move on. Ba is 1 second. Na, there's a Alif Soghir, 2 seconds. And your Ha is your normal Mad, 2 seconds. Okay, so Banaha, 1, 2, 2. Okay, next. Wadha, the has a Mad. Ka does not have a Mad. Okay, continue. Na, 2 seconds. Ama, that tiny tail, that is letter Ma. Right? Continue. Gha, your Gha must be careful. O shape and then make that vomit sound. Gha, sa, smile, la. So you don't say Gha, sa, ala. The sa is 2 seconds. Alright, continue. A, 2 seconds. Ya, can you see that the Alif Soghir? So Ya becomes 2. Ta is 1 second. Okay, so before you read, determine how many seconds each letter is. Then you can read nicely and fluently. Okay, alright, continue. Na, 2 seconds. Bata. When you do not have a Mad, the letter must be sharp. Na, bata. You do not bata, do not drag. Okay, make it sharp. Continue. Ja, 2 seconds. Wa, za is separated because it cannot combine. Okay, so take note which letter can combine, which letter cannot combine. Alright, continue. Ka, sa, ba is 2 seconds. Fa, 2 seconds, Rawida 1 second. Okay, so just determine the mad whether it's there or not. Okay, continue. Jama'a. So now your ma is combined with your a, shaded triangular shape. Alright. Ha. Take notice of your dot. If one dot below there is ja, one dot on top there is ha. Okay. Ha, ta, ba, ta, right side. Careful of your pronunciation. Continue. Wa ka. Now ka, you see that ka with an alif. So ka is 2 seconds. Na is 2 seconds. Alright, so it's up to them. They can use normal mad or they can use the alif soghir, doesn't matter. As long as it is 2 harakat, you elongate it, that's all. Alright, continue. Ta, now your la is 2 seconds, ha is 2 seconds. Okay, so continue. Ya, 2 dot below. Da, 2 seconds. Na is 2 seconds. Zo, your tongue have to be placed against your gum. Zo, ha, ra, ha. Careful, ha from your chest. Alright, now you can see that the letter ta is actually combined with letter ha. Okay, your ha is extended out, and then you put the letter ta, so ta comes first. You have to read ta first. Ta, ha, spicy, ha, chest. So there must be a difference. Okay, banana, ha, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Continue. Wa, the, tongue comes out. Wa, the. Okay, continue. Maqama, 2 seconds. The one that is like your king, that is ma. Okay, continue. Athaba, tongue comes out. Ma'aba. Okay, so now you see ma. The hamza is sitting on the body of ma. Ma is extended, you put your hamza there. Okay, and then as a mat, so a is 2 seconds. And then you have your ba. Alright. Okay, now the last one. It is quite confusing. Okay, now you see the first is letter sa. Count your strokes first. There are 4 strokes, so meaning there are going to be 4 letters over here. The first is sa. Your second, that letter ma that is being pinched, that's ma. Okay, with 2 seconds. Can you see the alif soghir belongs to ma, and then there's another alif soghir that belongs to wa. So ma 2 seconds, wa 2 seconds. Okay, so determine which stroke belong to which huruf, which mad belong to which huruf. Alright, continue. Wa, ha, your flank, do not forget. To, right side, and then your letter a. Okay, and the last one, sa, right side, sa, la, 2 seconds, ta, ha, 2 seconds. Alright, okay, so in conclusion, ha, 2 seconds becomes ha, is a mad. Okay, that mad you can write it in another way, which is your alif soghir. It's also 2 seconds. Letter a, careful. If it does not have any mad, you say it as 1 second. If it has a mad, it will be placed beside your hamza. It becomes okay. So this page, this video, revise. Alright. The next video we will be practicing this particular page, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.